little craft makers. Today we're making this magical fairy wand, and I'm going to show you how to make it all by yourself. Are you ready? Let's get started. To make this magical fairy wand, you're going to want to grab some straws, a couple different colors of ribbon, some foam. If you don't have foam, you can use construction paper or you can use felt, some glue, and then I have some sparkly stuff. So glitter, some rhinestones, and sequins. First, what we're gonna do is we are going to start with a straw. So grab a straw and then grab one color of ribbon. And what we're gonna do is we are going to wrap this straw in our ribbon to make it look much fancier than just a plain normal straw. So grab your glue. For this, I like to use either hot glue if you have a grown-up to help you, or the craft glue, because the craft glue is nice and sticky. So I'm going to use the craft glue, and I'm just gonna unravel some of my ribbon. It's okay if I don't use all of it, I can always wrap it back up. And I'm gonna take my straw, and I'm just gonna put some glue on the bottom of it. And as we wrap the ribbon, we're gonna keep adding glue. You can put it all the way on, but it'll probably get all over your fingers. So I'm just gonna do a little there first, and then I'm gonna stick my ribbon to it. See how it's gonna get on your fingers? And I'm just gonna start wrapping it. And as you wrap it, you want to overlap it. So wrap it around and kind of overlap it on itself. Just like that. And you might want to go over it a couple times, but we're just gonna keep wrapping it like that. Okay, so you can see I'm running out of glue there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some more, and it'll probably come unraveled a little bit, but that's okay. We'll wrap it back up. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on there. Whoop, we're coming unraveled. Okay, so we're gonna wrap back up again. Keep twisting it while you hold on to the ribbon. And as it dries, it'll stick better, but because it's not hot glue, it's not gonna dry right away. So we're gonna wrap it kind of tight, just like that. Try to cover all of the straw, and then while we add some more glue, we'll put that down there, hope it doesn't unravel. Add more glue, and keep wrapping it. All right, I've wrapped the whole straw, and now I'm just gonna cut off that end, okay? And I'm gonna put a little bit more glue here just to get that end wrapped around. It's probably gonna try and unravel, but you'll see why in a second. That's okay, because we're actually gonna end up covering that part up with our foam. So we're gonna take our little wand and we're just gonna set it down for a second. Okay, and now we're gonna cut a few different pieces of ribbon, and we're gonna do it probably about that long. So not too long, probably just about as long as your straw. So here I have a straw that I can use to kind of tell how long I want it. So I'll hold that there, and I can see probably want it maybe a little shorter than your straw. So do it a little bit shorter, just like that. Okay, and now I'm gonna do 3 of these. So we're gonna do 3 of these little light pink ones. You can use any color you want. I like these skinny ribbons because they're a little bit smaller than the other ribbon I'm using, so they just look a little bit different. It adds some details to it. So I've got 3 of those, and then I wanna do 2 of these. If you want to use more ribbon, you totally can. You'll see what we're going to use it for in just a second. So we'll do 2 of those, and I'm just using the other ribbons as a guide to know how long to cut it. Okay, so you can see there I've got my ribbons, and we're going to set those to the side. Now we're going to make the top of our wand, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to make it a star, because I always feel like stars look really magical, especially like a shooting star. So we're going to do a star shape, And first we need to make a stencil. So I've grabbed just a piece of scratch paper and I'm gonna draw out the star shape that I want to make out of foam. So first I'm just gonna draw on this scratch paper and get a star shape that I like. So just kind of sketch out a star. I'm just gonna cut this star out, and then what I'll do is I will trace around it on the foam and use it like a stencil. Now you can see that I've got my stencil, I've got my star all cut out, and now I'm gonna grab a piece of foam, and I think I'm gonna use pink, and I'm going to trace one time the front way. So you can see here, I've got the part that I drew on. You're gonna trace it like that first. So let's trace that. Okay, and then we're gonna flip it and trace the back side. And the reason we're gonna do that is I'll show you. It's because my star is not totally symmetrical. So we're gonna actually sandwich our two stars together, and you want them to match up perfectly when you stick them together. And so the way that we get them to match up perfectly is we're going to take this and watch. Flip it over and then trace it like that. And then we'll cut those two stars out. Do you see? There we go. I've cut out my two stars, and now you can see when we stick them together back to back, it's gonna match up perfectly. And the reason we did that, the reason we flipped it was so they could match. If we didn't, do you see that? They wouldn't match up very well. So that's why we flipped it. Now we're gonna stick it all together, okay? So grab your wand, grab your ribbon pieces, and then some glue. This foam is kind of fun because it actually is sticky. So if you peel off this back part, it's sticky, and you can get this at pretty much any craft store. If you have foam that's not sticky, it will still work. We'll just use more glue. So I'm actually still going to use glue because I really want it to stick together really well. So I'm gonna peel off this back, and then, it's sticking to me now. Okay, and then when you stick it together, make sure you're sticking the right parts together. Okay, so we're gonna take our star, I'm just gonna lay it down in front of me. I'm gonna take our wand and stick it kind of right there on the middle, like that. Okay, and I'm gonna take my ribbons and put them right on top. Okay, there we go. Put the other ones in there, and you're pretty much just making a giant star sandwich. So I'm gonna add a little bit of glue to the ribbons because I wanna make sure that they get stuck in there too, just in case they don't end up sticking to the sticky part of the star. All right, so you see I'm sticking it right there on the glue. Okay, now take your other top part of your star and line it up and stick it all together. And that foam sticks to itself really nicely. Do you see that? Look at that. It's kind of magical, right? Okay, it's close. Pretty close to magical, but it's definitely missing something because I'm pretty sure you can't have any magic unless you have some sort of sparkle. So let's add a little bit of sparkle. I've got some rhinestones here, I've got different gems, and my favorite, glitter. Let's start with the glitter. The best way to do glitter is to grab a paper plate, take your wand and stick it right on top. Okay, and then we'll put some glue on it. I'm gonna do glitter around the edges. So I'm gonna put my glue right around the edge, just like that. Doesn't need to be perfect. Just make sure you get some glue on there. There we go. And then we're gonna glitter it. So if you just pour the glitter on, the paper plate will catch it. And then afterwards you can actually save the glitter that goes on the paper plate if you want, or you can just throw it away. So tap it off, and then you can see the glitter sticks to the glue. I'm gonna set it down now, and I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna add some rhinestones to it. So I'm gonna do one in the middle here. I think I'll add this purple one. And then I'll probably add some around. I'm just gonna do some dabs of glue. And I think I will grab some white ones and stick those around. Almost kind of looks like a flower a little bit. There it is. There's our magic wand. What do you think? Do you think it will actually do some magic? I guess you're just gonna have to do this craft to find out. This is one of those crafts that is so fun because you can do it so many different ways, and it's actually really fast and easy too. So share this with your friends, share it with your family, and stay tuned because in just a few days, I'll be back with a brand new craft. Bye. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll be posting new crafts every Wednesday and Saturday, so don't forget to subscribe.